Okay, we're live.
All right, let's do
Whoops, wrong thing.
it.
Okay, we're live.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
We had some technical difficulties that were.
Oh God, I gotta mute this. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
There. Now I'm.
We had some technical difficulties, but what's another word for difficulties?
Trouble. We had some trouble.
We had some trouble, but we overcame it.
That's right. That's right.
Kinda. A little bit.
And I already put in the comments so many technical difficulties, and my meeting ran long.
All right. Well, Poppy's in charge of the comments, so anything you all have to say to her, because I'm not going to be able to see it. I hope everybody's doing good.
Yep.
Well, we got lots of people. Yay!
Yep.
I wish. Yeah. I wish there was a way I could look at that and see it, but I can't. So anyway, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
You got 2 more weeks before you're out here with me.
I know it.
Yay! I was really, really crappy yesterday.
Yep.
I woke up and I was in a bad mood and I was in a sad mood. I even fixed myself a drink at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Ooh.
I know. And then that actually knocked me out. I went to sleep and took a nap. But
you I think about drinking all the time and then think, I'll just go to sleep.
No. Well, if I could do that, I probably would have. But I was just so grumpy. I was a grumpy bunny yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was
very glad grumpy. Glad I missed it.
Oops. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, I don't have no special microphone today. So should I just talk about what a mess I am?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
You're such a mess.
I look like a Muppet. Even worse than usual. I got no ring light, got no microphone, just roughing it here from the office. But I'm doing it for you there, cool listeners and viewers.
But you're making it happen.
I'm making it happen. That's exactly right.
Well, they beat you to death with meetings. That's what happens.
Oh my gosh. And yes, I went into my first meeting at 8:30 this morning, broke for lunch, and then just met all afternoon. Luckily, Tuesdays are really the only day we do that.
Well, I decided to get out of the condo because I haven't been out for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then yesterday I had such a crappy day, which I think it's just because I know my time here is ending and I got to go back to the hole and I don't want to go back.
Yes.
Like anti-hole. Yeah. So I don't want to do that. I'm in a quandary though, because like I could get my own place, but then I can't come back here. So I can get 6 months of hell, then have 6 months of heaven.
Well, I think we can find you a workaround. Like we need to just set a time for you to come to my house.
Yeah, that would probably help.
I can travel more when you're available to dog sit. So between you coming to visit Jupe and I and you dog sitting for me, that will get you out of your hellhole.
Because one of the things I've been doing is I have my music playing every day and I'm just going around the house and doing my stuff and I've gotten into, I like that.
Your mom likes it too. Your mom probably also likes.
No.
Yes, she does.
No, she does not. No. She doesn't because she's got her TV going and she's already set, like she has her own little routine. And
yes, that's what I mean, is that she's also good, does things in the space.
Yeah, she's got her own thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, that's one of the things that the reason why I wanted to do the YouTube thing is hopefully, make money and buy my own place. Here.
There you go.
That's my goal. That is my goal.
I do not know if we're going to make that kind of money, but
I can do it.
You just keep on listening to the songs.
I can do it.
All right.
If I just keep thinking that way.
That's right.
So I thought we would do something a little different and ask any in the comments if they had any questions for us today. We have not done that. So you're in charge, so you do it.
Okay, so if anybody in the comments has questions for us, you just ask them on up and we will talk about them.
Ask them on up.
Ask them on up. Now, while we're waiting, I was gonna mention it's Pi Day.
It is Pi Day. I heard.
Yeah, I just saw
So
that.
do you know what pi is? I know 3.141. That's it.
3.14 is really all I need to know, so I do not care about
I do
knowing
know the
about
one
it.
after.
Well,
But
then
that's it.
Way ahead of me, or 1,000th ahead of me.
It's Pi Day.
I don't find the circumference of a circle that often, so I'm not that interested.
So is that what you do with pie?
You don't even know what to do with pie.
I know you eat pie. That's it.
No, that's not all you do with pie.
That's the only thing I know about pie.
That's not gonna work.
And on top of that, we say pie.
I know.
I just made pie, the one syllable word, at least 3 syllables.
Pie.
Pie. It's Pi Day.
Comments PAH.
By the way,
he's trying to spell how we say pie. He spelled it PAH.
Well, you have to say this. Okay. I want a pizza pie. I want a piece of pie. And if you say them fast both ways, there is no difference.
I want a pizza pie. I want a piece of pie. I want a pizza pie. I want a piece of pie. I want a pizza pie.
You actually do enunciate just a little bit more. Pizza
pie. I don't think those words.
Pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie. So you can't tell.
That's enough. Nobody's going to listen to you.
You can't tell which one I'm saying.
No, nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody can tell. Like, you couldn't tell what I'm saying. Would you like a slice of pie? All right. So.
No questions from the audience.
No questions from the audience.
You got to bring some questions, Miss Debbie.
I have a question for you.
All right.
When I was doing my research, I came across this question, and I'm like, I don't understand why this question would be a question. It's who wants to live? Who would you like to live forever? Who says, nope, I'm good. Just take it now.
A lot of people, Debbie.
Why?
Just watch all your family die? How about that?
Well, after they're all dead, it doesn't matter.
Well, after they're all dead, it doesn't. You got to make new friends. Some people ain't good at making friends.
You'd rather be dead than make new friends?
Maybe. Not when I was 20, but when I'm 97 and
I forgot to put my earphones in.
You need those? Oh,
I do need those in. Yeah, because it records the sound through it. I forgot.
Oh, goodness. We're just a mess today.
We are a mess. Oops, that's the wrong ear.
Queens, Mestion means.
Nope. I can't figure out which ear. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Okay, are you live now?
No, we're still there. It's just, okay.
I know.
It's probably much better sound for them. Let's do the audio. There we go. Okay, much better. Everybody can hear us, and
there you go.
We're a lot better.
That's awesome.
Oh, by the way, would you like to know my French word for butter?
You have your own French word for butter?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Tell me what it is.
Boutoir. Could you pass the boutoir?
Oh, Debbie.
Doesn't it sound like butter?
No, that doesn't sound.
Do you have any jalala for your toast? No, but I have boutoir.
Oh, gosh, you are a mess.
I know. Well, I talked to a lot of people today. I realized I have,
in French, in your fake French, you talked to them?
Well, I didn't talk to them in my fake French, but I did talk to them probably more than what's normal. Because I've been
more
alone.
than they wanted to be talked to?
Because I've been alone. So I was free. I was out in the, these people didn't even understand how much I was like, okay, I don't even know who you are, but I'm going to talk your ears off. And I did. I thought, you know what? I've got some issues. I was making up stuff to talk to people about.
And just for the record, let the record show.
Oh, Lord.
Someone from France said, ha, 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 best wishes from France.
Oh. So, what's the French word for, almost a French word for boutoir. The French word for butter. So I can at least say it right, but I don't know, I like it.
You're making your own language. You ain't making no
Could
French
you
language,
pass the
that's for sure.
boudoir?
You're like one of those people that says, "Oh yeah, I know Spanish," and then just puts "o" in after every word.
Help-o,
Yes.
me-o, now-o,
Yes.
please-o.
Oh, there we go. Silly.
Look, I'll tell you what, the funniest thing I ever did with language. All right, so I had just got off a flight and I was in Dallas, Texas. It was a ginormous airport. So they have some of these carts that'll take you from one gate to the next gate because the gates are like 7 miles. It's ridiculous.
Right. Yes.
So I get on this. I went and got Starbucks. I get on this whatever I just said. What are they called? That take you?
Tram?
No, it was more like a golf cart, but a long one. I don't know. It was like a golf
It's
cart.
a long golf cart. I think it's
Okay.
still just a cart.
So I get on the cart, and as we're riding to the next gate, this couple, they're looking at their tickets, and they say something to me, and they're trying to read which gate it is. So it's so bad. I look at their ticket, and I know 10 in Spanish because that's what you learn. So I'm looking at the numbers, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, uno, and whatever. So I'm like all proud and happy because I helped them because I knew how to read the numbers in another language. I'm like, man, I did great. I'm driving home. It's like 10 o'clock at night after I'd finally landed. And it dawns on me as I'm driving home, they weren't speaking Spanish. They were Chinese.
So you answered them in Spanish, also not your native language.
No.
And so probably you did not help them at all.
I didn't help them at all. I probably confused them. They're probably like, what is this woman doing?
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. It was so stupid.
A similar, but not quite the same story is last time I got my nails done. I don't like to pick out of the book. I pick off the wall. And so, what color you want? I'm like 113. And she said, points at a dot 113. I'm like, nope, 113. And I'm like, I don't know how to say it any other way. I'm saying 113 right there. And she's going, this one, this one, this one, this one, all around it. And this is some Asian descendant who does not understand 113. And I'm like, Ben, you're so close. That was 114. That was 112, 113 right there in the middle. And then a Hispanic girl who also works there says 113. And the girl goes right to it. And I was like, man, I'm so sorry. I did not know how to say it. I did not figure out how to say it. So.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But who knew that she would do 113 and not 113?
I know.
That's right up there with me with my uno, dos, tres. Cuatro. Especially if you speak Chinese.
If you speak Chinese.
I can speak fluent Chinese and Spanish. It's just so wrong. Well,
that
who
is
knew?
so wrong.
113.
Yeah.
She didn't yell bingo afterwards. You got it.
No, they were like, no. In their language, they were saying, no, you stupid woman. I need to know what Cactus is.
So is that the only reason that people wouldn't want to live forever? It's just they don't want to see all their loved ones die?
And then you don't want to be sick. It's not like you feel like you're 30 years old. Like, well, if you feel like you're 90 years old, but forever.
But you would choose death?
Yes.
I would never.
Girl, I not only choose death.
It's like the end of you.
I not only choose death, I think I would like.
Are you tired? Maybe that's it.
No, I just look tired.
No, I mean, why would you ever choose death over anything else?
Because I think I would choose death because I have a plan. I always say, I don't know if this is an actual plan or just a really cool sci-fi movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we should be able to plan our own funerals, have people bring us our flowers while we're alive, listen to them all say great things about us, and then exit out the side door. And I never talk to those people ever again.
You said exit out the side door. What are
I go to some island and I just do coke and eat donuts until I die.
Oh my gosh.
Coke and donuts till you die.
So every day would be pie day.
Yes, every day's pie day.
Holy cow. And just
That's what I would
exit
say.
out
So
the side
yes,
door, never see them again. Yeah, we're good.
yes,
Oh
that's
my
what
gosh.
I think. Like you're in a point of your life where you just need to take care of yourself. You don't have to worry about these people anymore. They've all hugged and kissed you goodbye. You're done with them.
But they'll still know that you're there.
No, they will have went to my funeral.
I do think that would be better to have some type of, celebration of life whenever
Yes,
you want to have it.
And you don't do it like when you're full of life, like I'm going to go do coke for 30 years. You do it when you're 85 years old.
Right.
And so maybe I got a year, maybe I got 4 years left, but I'm ready to be done with this.
I'm done with you.
I want to be done.
I'm done with
So
it.
yes, I
I'm
think
outta
people want to
here.
be done
See you
rather than
later.
live forever.
Hold on. Au revoir.
Yeah. Oh, there goes Debbie speaking her
Au
foreign
revoir,
language.
boutoir.
Oh, Lord.
That means I say goodbye to the butter. Okay. All right. Here is. Any other questions from anybody else? No? We're good?
Questions. Ask us a question.
Okay. Are bad words bad?
No, I saw a really good video. I wish I should have sent it to you.
What is it?
About a woman who let her kids cuss, and she did a very good job of describing why she lets her kids cuss.
Really?
Yes, and she
I
said
would like to see
words
that.
are important, but words are not good or bad. So it really is about intent. So if I call you a cotton-headed ninny muggins,
What did you just say?
Cotton-headed ninny muggins, it's an elf reference.
It's an elf reference?
I'm pretty sure it's an elf reference.
A cotton-headed
Ninny muggins.
ninny muggin.
But if I say that, like, you
Cotton-headed ninny muggin heifer.
then that means you have ill intent, which means that's not okay to say. But if I call you, girl, bitch, please, I don't mean anything by that.
That's true.
And if your grandma hates when you say shit and you say it all the time, that's rude and that's inappropriate.
I agree.
And so
I need you to say something I disagree with. But I agree with all of that.
It makes all the sense in the world.
It does make all the sense in the world.
And then I think about, there used to be a show on, what was that show called? Recess or something like that. But anyway, this boy made up a cuss word.
Mm-hmm.
And he said womp, WHOOP. And womp it, and so throughout this, he starts saying it. Well, then the school decides to ban it. And they go through all this banning of this
Is this
word
a real
that he just
story?
made up. Oh, it was a cartoon.
Oh, okay.
It was a cartoon. But it made the point that it wasn't the word that he made up. It was the way he used it, the way they took it, and they're trying to control what he was doing.
I've got possibly a controversial question, even though I'm sticking it in on this topic, but we'll come back to it because I want to talk about when I was very anti-cussing,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm not.
Mhm.
Yeah. So is racism, I know,
We're going there.
we are going there. Is racism based on intent or based on interpretation and feelings?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, hold on. That's okay. Take your time.
I
So
mean,
is racism based on interpretation and feelings or intent?
it's all, I mean, I think it's both.
I think it's both.
Because I maintain that humans are capable of complex thought. So what your intention is may not be the way somebody takes it,
Right.
but it may still be racist.
I agree. And you can actually say something that you did not intend to be racist. Okay, so I'll tell you what I did the other day. And I did not intend to be racist, but the term that I used can be considered racist, but I didn't know it.
Right.
So obviously, I clearly would never have said it or never intended anything by it. But the guy that I was talking to happens to be a black man.
Mhm.
And we were just talking about YouTube and channel stuff and whatever. And I said, I think I got whitelisted on this one artist because I'm getting approved for everything. He goes, what's whitelisted? I'm like, it means you're like free and clear of everything. I said, is that racist? Because what's blacklisted?
Yes, it's the opposite
It's
of
completely
blacklisted.
racist. So it
But
doesn't, it can be. Because
right.
white is pure and good, black is bad, and you're blocked. And I Googled it.
Yes.
It's completely racist. Who knew?
And so did he know what whitelisted was, but
He did
wanted
not
you
know.
to say it, or he really wasn't familiar with the
He
term?
had no idea what it was. And I'm like,
And so when you said, is that racist? Did he go, I don't know,
he
is it?
said, I don't know. What's it mean? I'm like, well, whitelisted means that I got approved, and I guess blacklisted means I'm banned. And I'm like, oh, I might have said something racist. I didn't mean to.
Yes.
And he laughed his head off, but because I didn't mean anything by it.
That's right.
It's just something that I've always heard.
Yeah. And I think it's possible. So when I worked at the Urban League, I worked with a bunch of black people. And one time, me and a black girl were talking, and I said, we were just talking about racism and stuff like that. I said, when I was a kid, I wasn't raised racist. I don't think I ever thought about black people. And she said, girl, I never thought about black people.
I will tell you,
considered.
I did when I was little, because we had that whole busing incident thing.
Mm-hmm.
And busing was I remember my mom was so upset. And I couldn't I didn't know why.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew that we were going to be on the bus with black people. And I'm like, well, okay. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I mean, you don't know, because you don't know as a kid.
Well, and we're the same age, pretty much. And but I went through the whole busing thing, protested busing, knew the busing protest song. And I swear I thought it was making me go downtown. I didn't know it had nothing to do with black people.
Hold up. There was a protest song?
I'll stick it for you another time.
Oh, my gosh. Of course you remember it. You've got like an eidetic memory when it comes to lyrics and music.
If I
really do.
I know it.
I don't know how you do that, but you really do.
So let's get off this racist stuff.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Kid K has a question. He wants to know who came up with Question Queens and why.
We were driving to South Carolina,
mm-hmm.
and we were trying to think of a name for our YouTube channel. And what did we think of first? I can't even remember.
I don't remember.
My
brain is too...
We came up with several different names, and we didn't like any of those. Well, then, somehow, because we ask a lot of questions. Mm-hmm. Like, when we're together, we ask a lot of questions about everything. We question everything.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, it's got to be something, like, with us. And then I don't know, you or me both said Queens or something. Oh, it's cute because it matched. That's what we were trying to do.
That's what we like.
So the Question Queens. I'm like, I don't know if I'm a queen. And you're like, I'm always looking for a reason to wear a tiara and a boa. I'm like,
that's right. I don't think I have yet, but I've got to get them out.
Yep. And I'm like, well, we could do like the queens and then have the little things and get tiaras. And I was so excited about the tiaras. I mean, I was sold. Like, I'll take a tiara, thanks. So that's how it came about. And then the reacting thing was not planned. So Poppy and I were doing videos. I realized in about 3.5 seconds, I hate editing videos. Hate it. Like, it's the worst. I would rather pull my fingernails out than edit videos.
Yes,
like, it's the worst. All these people that edit all their videos, I'm very, like, I have a whole new respect for you all. And then I have a lot more time on my hands because I'm medically retired. And Poppy works to death being in meetings all day. And they pound her to death. So I was just sitting here and I'm like, what can I do? What can I record? What can I put out there? I'm like, I don't know. And I tried putting things like I reacted to funny animals and like, I reacted to TikToks, which I don't like. And then I opened up YouTube one day and there was a Tom McDonald song and it said if I was black. And I'm like, all right, I'll take a look at that. And maybe there might be something I could actually talk about. And I don't know. So I did it.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Then you unleashed the beast.
Do what?
Then you unleashed the beast.
I unleashed the beast. And then I'd never heard of him. And then that led to somebody messaging me on Facebook and said, can you please listen to Ghost Love Score? It's 10 minutes long or something like that. And I'm like, 10 minutes long? Okay. I could do that. So I did. And I'm like, holy mother, what is this I just listened to? And then I got yelled at by everybody because I did not have AirPods. And they said my sound was the most horrific cat scratching on the wall sound that they've ever heard. And we can't listen to your videos because it's horrific. I'm like, okay, I'll fix that. I don't know how to fix it, but I'll fix it.
Yep.
And then that was it. So now we've got a pretty good thing where I just do all the reaction videos during the week. And then every Tuesday we go live. I don't have to edit squat.
That's exactly right.
Which makes me so freaking happy. Oh
and that's really what this is about. I know you want to make enough money to buy a house and blah, blah, blah. But really, it's about making you happy.
It's about both.
Yes.
Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but that's what I'm going to look forward to. It's a goal.
Okay, it's a goal.
It's good to have a goal. It's good to have a goal. Do you have a goal?
And so backing up one more space, or 2 spaces or whatever, you asked the guy that was from France what the French word for butter was.
Yeah.
Tell me if you can hear this. No, you can't. Oh. No, you can. That's it.
What is it?
It sounds like somebody. Bleh. It sounds like they're saying bleh. Okay, here it is again.
Bleh. What? What? What the heck? Can you pass the bleh?
It's spelled B-E-U-R-R-E, which I was okay with that.
Yeah. Bleh. Okay, I think I like boudoir better. I need to write the French.
I'm keeping that up there. When you say something, I'm going to be like,
bleh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness.
My boudoir was so much better. I'm going to write the French embassy and tell them, can we change the way you say that? Because I got a fancier way. And if you hold your pinky up, it's a whole lot better. Boudoir.
Well, let's see.
Blah. It reminds me of that song of the frog. Went the little green frog one day. Went the little green frog. Went the little green frog one day. But his eyes wouldn't let him go.
I'm not familiar with that one. I love it.
You don't know that? I do remember that one. That was from Brownies. When I was like, 6? I can't believe I just sang that on there. That's not okay. Okay. Blah. It's almost automatic. I can't stop it.
French people, if you feel like we're making fun of your language, we're not making fun of it. But I was unprepared for that.
Oh, I didn't think about that. See? Yeah, it's not our intent. Blah. Stop doing it. I can't stop doing it after you do it. It's like automatic.
I love it.
Blah.
I'm so glad I did that. That was awesome.
That's hilarious. Okay, so back to the bad words.
Yes.
There's a prime example of a bad word.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not okay. I used to be very anti-cussing, and I wasn't wise enough to have the insight like what you just explained. So I'm very much a word freak, and I love words, and words are important, and intelligence is important. So when you just casually cuss, it's like grating on my nerves. And I do it now. Every once in a while, I'll bust something out. Like it just,
Yeah,
yep.
I don't really care if other people cuss. I do believe there's a point where, like, I don't even know what you're saying, man. You're just putting so many cuss words in there. But I say that my cussing is, I call it my frustrometer, meaning it's a measure of how frustrated I am.
That's true. Yeah.
As I get more frustrated, I lose my grasp on the English language and I just cuss. But like around your mom, you
Yeah.
and Cody both are like, don't cuss around my mom, don't cuss around my mom. I'm like, well, this shit sucks.
Yeah, because you can't even say crap.
And so I just say it, I'm like, man, sorry, Jerry.
But sometimes you do. Sometimes you do cuss.
Well, yeah.
And it should be fine. That's my whole thing. So logically, people are the ones that actually made cuss words. And
Yes.
people are the ones that actually said those words are bad.
And in our lifetime, it has gotten more relaxed because
Yeah.
my kids are older than my sister's kids. And so when she started having kids, I don't know, we were talking about something one time and I said, something sucks. And she said, oh, we don't say sucks at my house. I'm like, well, what do you do when things suck? And, and we laughed, but now
It's so stupid.
things suck on TV all the time. And I just laugh inside. I'm like, I was so ahead of the curve. But really, it's a breakdown. It's a breakdown of the language.
Well, you're not using it in a vulgar manner. To say
Right.
something sucks just means it's bad.
It's
Mom
just
is the
bad.
same way.
But-
She wouldn't let us say the word suck.
Yeah.
We were not allowed to say it. I'm like, Mom, you suck through a straw. What's wrong with that? Like, and we were so young, Poppy, that we didn't even know what vulgar was.
Right.
But this is also coming from a generation where it's so mind-boggling. This story,
Yes.
which I don't know if your mom ever told you, but so back when she would have to buy pads or tampon pads, they never didn't have tampons.
Mm-hmm.
They kept them in brown paper bags behind the register, up on a top shelf, and you couldn't say the word. You wrote it on a piece of paper and handed it to the clerk.
No.
Not
That's
kidding.
ridiculous.
That's
kidding.
why
my mom used socks. That's so ridiculous.
You can't say pads. But that's coming from that non-pad singing generation where you can't just say suck.
Well, and I say it is a breakdown of the language because
it's nuts.
We have a lot of words to describe a lot of things. Fuck is not every
you
part of
say that. I don't think you're supposed to say that on.
Oops, beep that out.
Oopsie.
But I'm talking about for educational purposes. But you can't. And so if you use it for every part of speech, you're missing something in the language.
You can say duck.
Oh gosh, we're gonna go back.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. I didn't even know what you said after that. I just kind of like, she really did say that. That's what you said. You have issues. And you're playing with my issues. You know it.
I do know that I'm playing with
you.
Yes. But the point is that we have a good language. And see, I'm already like good. It's good. It's robust is what it is. And we have taken a lot of parts of language from other languages, and we can say very complex, cool things, but it's dumbed down. And, you're more likely to cuss when you drink and, it's some dumbing down. So I don't mind if people have standards, but they should be standards for those people, not for me. Don't make the standards for me.
Don't put your standards on me. Blah.
Right. Blah. Let's play that.
That's
Blah.
right. That's right.
Blah.
So I witnessed something today.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Marshall's.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm walking around the thing, this guy and this girl's talking, and you can't help but overhear what they're saying. And you can tell that they liked each other, like they just met. I don't really know what was going on there, but So anyway, she's like, well, you're going to give me a call, aren't you? And he's like, yeah. Well, then here's my issues for today about talking to people. So she went, okay, well, bye. Like that. She gave the whole head tilt thing and everything. Oh, yeah. She is way into it. Well, then she walks away.
Head on his chest. Okay.
Yeah, so she walks away, and I'm like, she really liked you. He goes, do you think? See? Can't help myself.
You can't help yourself.
I can't help myself. So I'm like, she really liked you. He goes, do you think? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you are going to call her, right? I'm like, this was the coolest thing. I was like, this was like watching one of those things in the movies. Yes. But it was in person. It was so cool. I said, yeah.
It's The Bachelor, but you're standing right there.
Exactly. So I'm like, yeah, she gave you the head tilt and everything. He goes, what head tilt? I didn't see that. I said, well, she went like this. Bye. Like.
And he said, oh, I see what you mean.
He goes, she did that? I said, yes, she did that. I said, it was so cool to see it. And he goes, well, I'm going to give her a couple days. I said,
stupid.
Hold on. You just had that magical moment of Disney, of meeting a girl that is into you, and you're going to do something from the man book and wait 2 days. He goes, well, I don't want her to think I'm needy. I said, something you need to understand about women. He goes, just fill me in. I said, okay. We already know the answer. We don't need 2 days. It's either no today or no 2 days from now.
Well, and that's pretty much, I mean, but what will happen is if he gives her 2 days, if she gave him the bye, and then he gives her 2 days, she's going to think I was stupid. That was so stupid. And she's going to talk herself
out of it. You're right. I said, no, don't give her 2 days. He goes, you really don't think I should? I said, hell no. I said, if not today, which I'd already did, I would have done today. Tonight, I would he goes, well, what do I say? I said, you tell her you had such a joy talking to her. You were such a joy to talk to.
Yes.
And he said, really? That's what I said, you were complimenting her mind. I said, women like that. We like it.
And they'll show you the boobs if you compliment the mind.
Yes.
But if you say, show me the boobs, they're going to be like, no.
Yeah. I'm like, you're saying that she is a pleasure to be around without being creepy.
Right.
He's like, that's really great. I never really thought about doing it like that. I said, well, y'all talked forever. I know, I have issues. I do.
Oh, gosh. Debbie been in the house too long.
I have been in the house too long. Well, today I definitely talked to a lot of people. I did. But it was so funny. So how about this? Okay, here's the other part. I'm like, okay, I might be a little bit of a creeper right now, but this is like watching half the movie. I don't know what's going to happen. Would you mind if I gave you my number and you just text me and let me know what happens? He goes, you really wanted to? I said, yeah, I really do. He goes, yeah, I will.
Oh.
I know. I have issues. Blah. I swear I did. Yeah. Yeah. And then some other guy. Well, then that was the good moment of the day. And then, oh my gosh. I was trying on clothes. And this girl, I hope she never sees this video. But
and if she is, we're not talking about you, honey.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about somebody else. But she's trying on jeans that are, look, I know what size I am, and I know what size jeans to pick out. But you don't go two sizes down and go, there's no stretch in these pants. What kind of pants are from the dressing room?
Oh, this is the first time she's worn pants since COVID, I'm afraid.
I don't know. It was just like, and then she walks out. I had to kind of peek out to see, because I had to. You know, today was the day of getting in everybody's business.
Everyone's business.
I was all up in it.
Yes.
I was all up in everybody's dance space today. So that was, I said, I don't think those pants look that great on you. Well, then she tried on some other ones. I was like, those look great on you. I just hope, but they actually did. I mean, I wasn't about to tell her. She goes, well, they don't even stretch. Well, then some other lady goes, well, they said there's 1% spandex in them or what? She goes, not in the waistband, there isn't. I'm like, oh my gosh.
She was
a
just having a grumpy day.
very loud, grumpy person.
Mhm.
So then, also, since I was Miss Chatty Cathy today,
Mhm.
I talked to a guy, and he asked me for my phone number, and I said, I can't do that. I'm not from here. Turned around and left.
He's thinking you don't have a
I'm
phone.
like, I'm sorry, dating's off the table for a good while. Yeah, no, that's a no. Decline.
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 Oh, I know what to say.
I was just stupid. Blah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
And another funny thing about this is that it means butter.
blah.
Blah.
I do like my boutoir better.
Blah.
But the Jalala was probably a little,
Mhm.
but at least you know what I'm saying.
Yes, yes. You like your toast with butter.
I would like some
Anything
boutoir and
boutoir.
Jalala for my toast.
Jalala.
I don't have a French word for toast. French
Yeah.
toast.
It's just toast in France, lady.
Yeah, I can't even think of one. I can't even make it up because the butter is actually there. The boutoir is just something I've used forever. Like, I literally say to the kids, hang on, I gotta go get some boutoir. I know, I have issues. All right. Let me mark these off. I have a good one.
Oh, I love it.
Is there any time that you should tell a lie?
Yes.
When?
When it just hurts people's feelings.
Really?
And you don't owe them any obligation.
Well,
So, like,
don't you have some
I would
obligation to
make-
yourself to tell the truth? Like the chick in
I know
the pants
it's
that
rude.
didn't look good. I couldn't tell her that they looked good. They didn't.
But you could have. You could have minded your own business.
I could have, but
You didn't have to say anything.
But what if she even asked me, like, "Hey, do you think these pants look okay?"
But she was being a jerk, so you don't have any obligation to fix her feelings.
Say,
But
ooh.
if anybody I think there's the question was, when's it okay to lie?
Is there any time where you should tell a lie?
When you should tell a lie.
I know. Well, let's not. We don't have to get hung up on the should. So where
Right.
a lie is okay, or you could tell a lie or should tell a lie, something like that. Not could, because could's pretty much open to everything. But
Yeah.
should, or it's okay to
mean-
tell a lie.
And I think when the consequences are low and the investment in the situation is low, if either one of those things are high, then you should definitely keep your mouth shut or tell the truth.
I think could be the opposite. So
You think
Let's
if you have
say-
a high investment?
I do, because let's say I found out, you're in the hospital and you're getting ready to have a really, really major surgery, but your son just got in a car accident. He's okay. And you ask me if he's okay, or did he get into a car accident or something like that. And I'm going to straight up
Where's
lie to your
Austin at?
face.
If I
Yeah.
say that.
Going to lie to your face. Because I know the stress that it would cause you. Because he's fine. He's banged up, but he's okay. But if I told you he had just gotten in a car accident and you're getting ready to go into surgery and that stress is going to possibly harm you, I would say yes. So I guess
I
the
can see
harm that would come to you would be worse than telling you the truth.
Yeah,
Something
and
like
in
that.
that situation, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, he definitely wasn't in a car wreck. I would,
Like, hell no. He wasn't in a car accident. I don't even know who your son is.
but
What
I
do you
feel like
mean?
I know situations where people have said he's on his way. He'll be here when you get out.
He is totally fine.
That's
I'd straight up say that to you. He is
Yes.
absolutely fine. I just got off the phone with him.
Yes,
I don't even care if it's a lie. Like, yep,
right.
straight up said it. And then people would go, you lied to her. Yep, but you did it without even blinking. Like,
But
mhm.
at the same time, Debbie, especially if it's me, it's also okay to say, well, he was in a car wreck, but he's fine.
You're logical enough to handle that, but most people,
Like your mother, don't
oh my
mention,
gosh,
don't
yeah.
tell your mother anything.
I mean, I go to the
Everybody's
bathroom.
grumpy.
Look, Mom, I'm going to the bathroom. Well, text me when you get there. It's down the hallway.
Yes.
Well, be careful. I'm walking. I'm going to my room.
Yeah.
Well, let me know how if you're okay.
How it works out. It's fine, Mom. Yeah.
Are you okay? Oh my gosh.
You need a button that says, I'm fine.
Holy cow, I'm freaking
And then just have
fine.
it go off every hour.
Blah. I need a shirt that just says, I'm fine, stop asking.
No, you don't need a shirt.
I swear I do. I would wear that shirt. Just
shirt.
so my mom would go, what's that shirt? It's just to let you know that I'm fine, stop asking.
But she's not going to stop.
And if I laughed afterwards, she'd laugh with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's who she is. All right. All right. Do we have anything in the comments? Because I know I'm just rambling.
Amy Goodson says, lie when you call your cable company's loyalty department asking for a much lower monthly bill.
That is, well, see, that's true. I would do that. I would do that for the cable company, for the phone company.
And I'm so not good at lying that I called the cable company and said, hey, why's my bill going up? And they're like, you're getting a deal. And I was like, it don't feel like a deal. And they're like, other people pay twice as much. I'm like, I'm not other people. I don't care about them.
I think that's kind of crazy how they
and then
sell
I
it
told
like
them
that.
To turn it off. I got somebody else, and now they have spent more than I could possibly pay in a month. They send me that much marketing material, which I go throw it in the trash.
I tell them, I'm like, all those things that you send me in the mail that I just throw away, could you just stop sending it to me and discount me off my bill?
Exactly. Oh, I get so much more mail from them now that I'm not their customer.
Yeah, of course you do. Oh, now this is my question. This isn't something that I got off of like some whatever, because a lot of them I just start looking up.
Hold that thought though.
Oh,
Amy
okay.
Gibson also says she uses your accent when she lies. I don't know what that means.
Amy is always looking to find things that will delight me.
Oh, there you go.
I know, and I love to be delighted.
That is fun to be delighted.
I can't think of a French word for delight. Okay.
I got a word for you.
De-la-la.
Bleh.
With the little green frog.
Okay, so now back to what you were saying.
Okay. Does giving homework set kids up for failure?
Absolutely not.
I think it does.
What?
I do.
Well, yeah, no.
Because we don't now I'm going to sound very leftist here, and I don't mean to sound that way, but to me, all children do not have the same type of life at home.
Right.
And we don't take that into account. So when you put that on them, I think it's a great thing for kids to have homework and learn to do things by themselves and like try to retain whatever they've learned in class. I get all of that. There's positives to it, but I think it sets up a lot of kids for failure. And they've literally been in school and working like adults for 8 hours or 6
I don't know
hours.
what schools you've been to.
6 or 7 hours?
You've been to leftist work camps.
No,
That's
6
not
or
the way
7
it's
hours
done.
at least. They get to school at 7:30
Yeah.
and they leave at 3.
The whole idea of school needs to be rethought.
Well, that's my next question.
Okay, I'll wait for the question.
If you were going to redo how school is done, what changes would you make?
Okay, so what the problem with school, oh my gosh, I probably shouldn't even say this, but I'm going to.
Oh, no.
It's teachers' unions. So teachers that I had in school worked really hard the first couple of years, made a bunch of lesson plans, and then just copied the shit out of them for the next 35 years, 20 years, till they, and so that's not really teaching. And then the other thing teachers' unions have done is say, well, we need to measure these teachers. How can we measure these teachers without actually doing any work? Let's use standardized testing. And so teachers give you a worksheet every day until standardized test time. And then if the school does good on their standardized testing, the school district goes, yay, school. If they do bad, then they say bad school. But none of that is actual education or learning.
Yep. Well, then think the same thing about homework. If you literally give homework and a child has to come home to maybe
Yeah.
they don't even have parents in the household, you're really expecting a child to be responsible and actually adult when they're a kid. They're not going to do that. And they're also, every hour of homework you give is taking away the time where they actually get to have fun and play as a kid. I think if there's not a healthy balance between those two, I just think to me, it's a setup for failure. You should be able to teach those kids exactly what you need to teach them and do the work in your 1 hour, or you're the problem, not the kids.
No, I mean, I feel like if I was a good teacher, I would give you work. I've already taught you how to do it. You're going to go home and practice it. You're going to go home. We've talked about spelling all day long. You're going to go home and write some creative sentences on your own.
Well, why not do that at school, though? Like, say you've got them an hour every single flipping day. I mean, if you're an
English, my time teaching them.
No, if you're an English teacher, I'm going to teach you these words this week. We're going to practice these words to the rest of the week. You're going to test on Friday. Here's all the words for today. Tomorrow we're going to practice. I said if I was a good teacher, but if I was a worksheet building teacher, and especially in this current environment, I might do away with homework because you don't know where people are going home to. And I don't know if your bus is going to come and get you. I don't know how long it's going to take you to get home. Hell, I don't even know if you're going to get to eat dinner tonight.
That's exactly right. So I can make a case for there not being homework, but homework by itself is not evil. I don't
think the homework's evil. I think that because we have so many children that are in such bad situations that we don't even know about, as long as they still can give you this number that so-and-so children are homeless, or so many so-and-so children are starving, or so-and-so children are from single-parent homes, it's too much. And it's just too much. Make school a little bit longer then. If you need 20 minutes, here's all right, then there you go. But that's essentially what homework is. You're making school longer.
Yeah, but homework should take an hour,
but it doesn't. You're talking 6 classes and homework from each one.
Well, I don't know that that's exactly how it happens, and that's definitely not what's intended. I'm not saying you're going to have 6 hours. I'm not saying you're going to have 3 hours of homework. I
remember when the girls would come home and their book bags, because they would have books from each class, and literally their book bags would weigh. No, it's homework.
Because they were talking in class, Debbie.
No, they had homework.
Okay. Well,
that's real homework. I mean, didn't your boys have it?
My boys didn't do nothing. My boys, no.
Wow.
My boys had a little bit of homework every now and then that they never took back to school.
Oh, my. Well, no, they had a lot. But nowadays, everything's online.
Because they were talking in class.
It really isn't. No. I used to help them with it every night. It was horrible.
But what I'm saying is, if I'm a teacher, I have an hour of your time. I can teach you for 40 minutes and say, here's an assignment. And if you turn around and talk to the kid in front of you, it's going to be homework.
Yeah, they didn't. I get what you're saying. That's not what happened. Oh, you got people.
Yes, I left my keys in the conference room.
Oh, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. That is not what happened. And I'm not saying they never talked. I'm sure every kid in the whole entire world talks at school and doesn't do what they're supposed to do. But no, they had homework assignments. They had lesson plans. Like, I already knew what their homework was. I already knew what all of it was. So they didn't even have the option to go, oh, I didn't bring home no. I knew exactly what it was. I almost said shit. But I never knew what to even do, how to do it. it was like me having to learn. I remember calling homework hotline
Yeah.
because they were like, well, I don't understand this. I'm like, well, I sure don't. I certainly don't.
Now I had a teacher in middle school who said she did not assign homework. And that was cool. And it was a math class where you could use the extra practice. And we learned a lot in that class because she was serious about teaching when she had our attention. So I don't know.
I think that like if you gave homework as here's homework to practice and you can get extra credit for it. I think that would be a good idea. Like, and if it's something that they want to do extra, then they can. If they don't need to.
But what happens if you do that? What happens with that is that you take a class of kids that were all put here because they're kind of on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are going to move away from the rest of them very quickly because they're going to go home and do the extra credit. And then other kids will be like, nah, what you told me was good enough.
Yeah, I just think that 6 hours a day for a kid to be somewhere working and then give them more work to do when they get home, there is no balance there. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I do not feel like the problems we have in our country is because kids are getting too much school.
Well, they're not getting the right kind of school. So
I will buy that.
So like,
but it's not 6 hours of school and then 3 hours of homework. Kids are spending 9 hours a day learning. No, they're not. I see no evidence of that.
I don't think you learn when you're doing homework because you don't even know if you did it right until the next day.
Yeah, your kids have different kinds of homework than my kids.
How could they have different kinds of homework? When you do homework, you don't get it graded until the next day.
Right, but homework should be reinforcing what you've already learned. It's not reinventing the wheel. Now, there may be a concept that you struggled with that you didn't understand or you didn't pick up in class.
Okay,
and that part of school needs to be rethought. But my kids did not come home and learn new things.
You just said they didn't even do homework.
Yeah, they didn't even do. I don't even remember homework for
So, like, I remember, like, several times there would be. So they had to read a chapter, and then your homework was to answer the questions at the end of the chapter and turn it in the next day. So you had to go home and reread the whole thing again and answer the questions because they had to be exactly what it was on the thing. I remember having to do that with them all the time.
You were focused on the wrong things. That is teachers being lazy. That is teachers working from the worksheet.
That's exactly right. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But it still had to be done, and it was still part of their grade and still more work to do when they got home. It was bull crap.
Yeah,
it
but
didn't help anything.
But if we said, okay, so no more homework, that doesn't improve anybody's education.
No, but it improves mental health, I think. Because
maybe not. Because again, if you're talking about 3 or 4 hours of homework for kids in a regular school, that's too much.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that's what most kids today are doing.
Oh, I think it is. Well, I don't know. Everything's on a computer now, but a lot of it is. I mean, even the girls, Chloe and Autumn have homework. They're in kindergarten. Yeah, they have stuff they have to do on their computer, which is hilarious. I mean, it's really easy stuff, but they take their little tablet things home, and they have homework. It's crazy. I mean,
I don't know. I think there are things that should be reinforced at home, and it should take an hour.
But what if you don't have anybody there to enforce it?
Then you fail out of school. I don't know.
That's what I think. That's
a different problem. A teacher can't fix your home life.
No, but I that's why I think that homework should be done away with. I think it should all be done in class, and I agree with you on the teachers union thing. If we can't even rotate through and judge teachers on what they're actually doing. They're the only people that. It's kind of like where I watched this one episode of Big Bang Theory, and Sheldon they had to upgrade him to a professor, and he had to teach the class, and he was like, I can't wait to fail everybody, and if they fail, it's on you.
Yeah, I mean, that's because Sheldon did not have the right
Attitude?
attitude about being a teacher.
A little bit. But why are we
But
not
there is
holding
grade inflation.
teachers?
Now let's talk about that. Let's talk about grade inflation. That a friend of mine that's a professor says everybody wants an A. And if you don't give everybody an A, then the dean comes down on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, but everybody's not an A. And so now basically C to A equals A. C to high F equals D. And then there's a couple kids you're going to fail because they just didn't do anything.
Yeah. Changing all of that now, where I remember when A used to be a 90, 93 through 100.
Mhm.
And was it 86 to 93?
I think so.
Yeah, like they've changed all of that. I would have passed a lot of things.
You passed. You passed.
Girl, I graduated from an 11th grade homeroom.
Uh-oh.
I was doing the least.
You did no homework.
I did no homework. I did the least. I hated school. I talked to everybody. I remember my senior class, I took typing. There you go. That dates me.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I hated school so much. I like talking. I like people. So my teacher, he had to have been at least 107.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that he couldn't see very well. So I'd only had his class twice. And I remember it was on the 3rd floor. And you had to walk those steps, like fly down the steps, try to catch the bus. Anyway, so I stayed after the 2nd class, and I'm like, I think maybe you need some help grading papers. And I love grading papers. So would you like my help? And I said, and he said, well, I could use the help if you want it. I said, okay, I'll make you a deal. You give me a B, and I'll grade all your papers. Okay. And he did.
Yeah, by the time I was halfway through college, I had figured out that teachers did not want to grade papers any more than you wanted to write them. And so I always made a point, and I had a philosophy professor say early in the class, she said, this class is not about grades. She said, we're going to do a lot of work. We're going to learn a lot of things. She said, but at the end of the semester, the university requires I put down a grade for you. And so if I think about you and think, oh yeah, she was all right, I'm going to give her an A.
What kind of class was it?
Philosophy.
Oh, okay.
And she said, and if I think about you and I can't quite remember who you are, I'm going to give you a C.
So you better just speak up a little bit here and there. Let me
So
know you're alive.
Be engaged in my class.
Be
That helped me come to this
That
realization.
actually was really good.
Teachers didn't really want to read all that crap
See,
either.
that's okay. That's a perfect example. A perfect example that someone takes engagement, and everyone learns differently. Everyone's not as intelligent as the other person. You have a memory like a beast.
Mm-hmm.
I have the worst memory in the whole entire world.
Mm-hmm.
We're all going to do differently, but I'm going to engage.
That's exactly right. You would have gotten an A in her class.
I would have got an A. It'd been the first A I ever got. That's not true. I did get an A in art.
Well, and I've always said, I think I would there was a time where I thought I would like to be a professor. And I said, I was going to arrange my class. I'm saying, look, you can sit wherever you want in this class. Mm-hmm. But if you really want an A, you should sit up here by me. If you want a B, sit behind the A students. C, D.
Yeah.
And if you sit in the back and you don't interrupt what's going on up here, I can promise you will get a D in this class.
I think that's a good philosophy.
And I'm going to keep teaching until the A students have it. And then I'm moving on.
Could they all fit up there, though?
You said, well, now in today's world, everybody wants an A. So who I'm just going to have one row all the way along.
You have to have one front row. That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody just will do
my way probably would not work.
Half a circle one. Oh, goodness. Okay, well, that answers the school thing.
Kind of, yes.
And homework. Still think that life would be so different if they got rid of homework. I think they should.
I think people, I don't know.
I think they should.
Do you think Blake does homework?
Yeah, he's got a laptop thing too. Look, as soon as As soon as the kids get over to Madison's, she's like, all right, everybody at the table, get your homework out every day.
Mhm.
But that's ideal. That's the ideal situation. She didn't used to. I had to do it.
Uh-huh.
She was completely ignoring it.
Right.
Sorry, Madison, but you were. And now they have their whole thing, and they all know to get to the table. They all get out their little computer thing. They all get their homework out. Like Blake has, he has to read 30 minutes every night. That's his homework
Mhm.
in reading class. So then he's got math, and he's got all these language things, and he does, like, he's really, really smart at math.
Mhm.
Chloe is horrible at reading. She really struggles, so she has to do extra things. Like, they got her these programs, so it's just a lot of stuff. It's literally just as soon as you get off the bus, it's still working. You're still doing it. And sometimes, like for me, it would take me a whole lot longer than anybody else whenever I did it.
Really?
Do you have any homework, Deb? No. What's that? No.
This is not the first time I've said this, but you and JT are so alike.
Oh my gosh. I lied. I lied so many times. Look, that was back when they actually wrote the grades in your report card.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid. It was the stupidest thing ever. And like, oh, she got a D plus. But Mama, it's a D plus. That means I'm improving.
You would add the plus to a D?
Yes. It's almost a C.
See? That's so funny.
And then
let me tell you about when I altered my grades. I've already talked to my mom about this, so we're cool.
I did it every 6 weeks.
I was a great student. All A's.
Of course you were.
I had this one smart ass teacher who decided to give me D's in conduct, and I had him for 2 classes. He gave everybody in the class D's in conduct.
Why? Because he hated
we talked
kids?
a lot. His class, we talked a lot. And so I was I'm going to be in so much trouble. So I also did all the laundry for my household.
Mm-hmm.
So I left that report card in my jeans pocket and I washed it.
And your mom bought that?
And when I was like, oh man, I washed my report card. She said, well, what did it say? I said, it was all A's.
And you didn't even mention conduct.
I did not mention conduct. And she didn't ask about conduct. But if she had seen it, she would have been mad.
Would she have been really mad at you? Like she really thought you got a D and
yes, she would have been really mad at me.
Ooh.
I think so. I mean, like, it's hard to judge, really.
I don't know. I had my mom, like, kind of conditioned where if it wasn't an F, then I was doing great. So bad, I know, but I'm like, I used to tell Mom, like, okay, Mama, I know you're worried and it looks bad, but I got this. I will graduate.
Oh my God, okay. You are JT.
Yeah, I'm like, I got this. Just trust me.
Because, you know, I started to tell JT, you don't got this, man. You don't even know what this is.
Trust me, Rose Petal. I got this.
You don't got it.
Oh my gosh, I did. But yeah, I totally would change my grades on every single one.
And another thing that I know you and JT have in common is that, so Austin, I used to say Austin did bad in school. So I had all A's. Mm-hmm. Austin always had a C, but it was in a different class. So he would have a C in history, and then he would start paying attention to history, and his math grade would drop. And he would start paying attention to math, and his English grade would drop.
One grade focus. That's it. Like, I mean,
that's
one
it.
Class focus.
That's it. And so then when JT started blowing the bottom out of test scores and grades and all that stuff, and I would be mad at him, he would say, Austin had bad grades. And I would say, I thought his grades were bad. And then you showed me a level of bad grades that I had only read about in teen magazines.
Poppy, I had to follow Connie. She got straight A's. And then here comes Deb. What she got? She's got a great smile and a positive attitude.
Very friendly.
And she's honest. If you look really bad in pants, she'll tell you. Holy cow. That was, yeah. I did have a lot of fun, though, in high school.
I bet you did.
I did.
I know you had more fun than I did.
I was on yearbook staff once, and my friend and I decided we photobombed you know how they took the pictures of all the clubs and all the different organizations? Yeah, we're in all of them. Every one of them.
And that's why you got booted off of yearbook staff?
No, I didn't get booted off. Nobody knows. Like, I just did it. And I was the one that would correct it, so.
And you didn't correct it?
Of course not. I did. I was in every single photo. My friend and I were in every single one. Like, look, Mom, I'm in the debate team.
Now, Austin put on some weight in middle school. And then when he started high school, he slimmed way down. So when the yearbook came out at Manual that had award-winning yearbook, it was this thick. Mm-hmm. Austin had one picture, his class picture, that he scribbled out with a pen. And so he hands me his yearbook because he was fat. He was a little fat kid when he had that picture made, and look at him now. Aww. I looked through there and I'm like,
you should show a picture of your kids.
I said, are you telling me I just paid $100 for a book of other people's pictures?
That you just scratched out yours? Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was rough.
That's terrible.
And like yearbook was such a big thing for me. I couldn't wait to get the yearbook. I wanted to be in pictures. I wanted my name in it. It was so big. My boys cared nothing about it. Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Well,
I stopped buying them. At Holy Cross, it was included with the tuition. We stopped picking them up. We didn't even care.
Wow, so stupid. I would have been selling it.
Too much trouble.
Well, and here's another thing I did when I was in high school. It was really bad. Is I realized how to write my mom's name.
Yes, that's what you liars do. Yes.
Mom was so busy half the time when we would get like our progress reports. She didn't even know we got them. Just sign it.
And so your sisters are like, here, sign mine too.
No, I wasn't that stupid. They would have
told on you in a second.
Oh no, I just took care of myself. Or Debbie has to leave school early today because she has a doctor's appointment. And then I would take off, and we would go to Burger King, go to Shavley Park, go climb on the.
I cut a couple times, and I decided it was not worth the stress.
Go climb on the tank.
So
stupid. Yeah, I cut school all the time, all the time. And I'm like, Debbie is a great student, and she's such a joy to be around, but she needs to pay attention more. Every single comment. She's got a lot of potential, but she needs to pay attention. I don't know who attention is, but I have no debts with them. I'm not paying them. Okay, here's my last one. Oh, crap, it's already almost 6 o'clock.
It's almost 6 o'clock. You're doing great.
It is, but I wanted to ask you this. Or do we have anything in the comments?
No, not really.
Okay. Other than religious reasons, why would you get married?
I wouldn't get married for religious reasons. And are we talking about
instead of living together? Huh?
What?
Instead of living together. Why would you get married?
Are you trying to get Juke to marry me still?
No. Yes. No. But yes. I mean, I'm not asking this because I want him to marry you.
There would need to be some financial gain.
So it would be financially?
Financial or like medical reasons. Somebody needs insurance or something like that. If it's got to make things better.
That's it?
I'm not going to do it to make things worse.
What about taking their last name? It's all romantical.
That's so silly.
It's romantical. Is all romance silly?
Yes.
Audrey Poppy! You are a nasty hoe. I can't believe you just said that.
Are you saying there's a romantic reason to get married?
Are you saying that the reason you bought those Skittles for Jupe? That was romance. That was romance.
It was silly.
It was romance.
But it was silly.
But it's still romance.
Okay. But you said, is all romance silly? And I said, yes.
I don't think it is silly.
Okay.
So.
Because I bought him once, I got to marry him?
That's it. I didn't say that. Now, why are we making that connection?
Because I'm not getting married.
I'm not making that connection.
Okay.
They're not connected.
Okay, thank
Hold
you.
on. There. I took the male and the female. There's no bridge there. Holy cow. No, I've just said.
Yes.
So that's really only reason you can give why you would get married is financial. There had to be a financial advantage.
A financial or
anybody,
not just to be an advantage. There has to be an advantage to getting married. Now, again, that in my 50s, that's what I'm saying. In my 20s, I don't think that's right. I think in your 20s, you pick somebody and you try to build with them. And you
Why can't you do that in your 50s?
My life is built. I am done with the idealism of thinking somebody's going to help me along my way.
That's so sad.
Oh, God, Debbie.
It's so sad. Why would you think that? Why would you think that that's not a possibility? I don't know. I'm a hopeaholic. I'm thinking that it would be.
I'm saying I am done involving the government on trying to figure it out.
Well, involving the government's different. That's a different thing. But having hope that you'll have somebody there by your side that's committed and is going to do all that business. I mean, yeah, granted, you don't need to be married for it. You don't.
Right.
I agree. You don't. But that's why I'm asking the question. So what would be the other points of why you would ever get married?
So why don't you tell me, Debbie? Why would somebody get married?
Well, I mean, even like the thing about taking the guy's last name. That's fun. That's exciting. That's romantic.
You've only done that twice, correct?
Yeah. But I think it's neat.
Well, and so you should do that.
And
I don't think it's neat.
That's why I'm asking.
I think, oh God, now I got to get new business cards. That's what I think.
You don't think anything positive?
No. I mean, like,
what is wrong with you?
Party and wear a fancy dress? Well, sure. Do I want to have everybody come make over me and tell me how great I am and what an adorable couple we are?
Yes. Right? Yes, but you do.
It doesn't outweigh the trouble. It doesn't.
You know what? The best thing I ever saw about getting married was on the series Yellowstone. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to Google it so you just keep talking.
This is your topic, girl. I'm
going to talk about something else so I can look this up.
Okay. I mean, are we going to watch a clip?
No, but I'm just going to tell you what she said.
Yeah.
What was her name? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
I watched some of Jerry Maguire the other day, and I was like, man, that's why I don't watch this shit. This shit's ridiculous.
Beth. So hold on a second. Does Beth say to Rip about getting married?
Some romantic and sweet. I am neither romantic nor sweet. I have my moments every now and then, but I'd rather you not expect them.
There was another thing that said, he asked her, like, what do you want? And she said, I want you to call me wife. It was so cute. Even though it was silly. It was really cute.
I mean, I'm not putting down other people's stuff. Like, if you have a burning desire to be somebody's wife, then by all means, you should do that. If you think it's important and fun to take somebody else's name, then you should do that.
That's true. I was just asking in general, actually, not just...
Yeah. And I'm saying in general, there is no good reason.
Okay. I can't find it.
A bunch of silly reasons. But if the silly reasons matter, then that's fine.
I'm going to say Because she proposed to him.
I'm looking it up. Yeah, well, marriage license, that's just a contract. Me, it's just. We ain't going into business together. See, marriage to me is you take me in front of these mountains, in front of my family and my friends. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Say it again, the last part.
Yeah, well, marriage license, that's just a contract. Me, it's just. We ain't going into business together. See, marriage to me is you take me in front of those mountains, in front of my family and my friends.
Yep, that's it. I thought that was kind of cool. Because it wasn't even about getting legally married.
Right.
It was about more of what that meant to her and saying in
Yes,
front
I
of
can see that.
That is what I was trying to put into words, and I can't figure out how to do that. That's
Yes.
what I mean. What is that?
I mean, to me, that's making an announcement to the world.
Like a testament?
Mm-hmm. It's letting everybody know I'm with him, he's with me.
This is my man.
Yeah.
That's my woman. We're going to be together forever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's silly, but it's okay because I like it. All right. That's all the questions I have today.
Well, I think that's a show.
That was a show. That was good. And we're 3 minutes over.
Yep.
Did everybody have fun? So we got the Queen Audrey saying hello. Hello into his house.
That's right. And I Googled Beth and Yellowstone marriage quote. Here's another one. Here's another Beth marriage quote.
Beth has got some great quotes.
I believe in loving with your whole soul and destroying anything that wants to kill what you love. That's it. That's all there is. My mother was the spine of this family. She was a sinner. And without her, he's well, the best of him died with her.
Yeah, she's talking about her father.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see that series?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's really good. The first episode is not great. Like it's pretty slow starting out, but I guess they got to do all the set the scene.
They got to establish some characters.
Yeah, all the characters and all that stuff. So the first episode was just kind of.
Yeah.
But after, oh yeah, it was like you really can't help yourself. You have to watch the. Oh, Ian said, "Good morning, ladies. It's 8 a.m. over there in Australia." I don't have Australia words.
Well,
I
I'm
almost
sure
said
you'll make
Austrian.
some up by next time.
Do what?
I'm sure you'll make some up by next time.
Okay, well, and in the meantime, make sure you pass the boudoir. No.
Blah.
Blah. All right, well, thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate all of your comments, and I hope you had some fun and got some laughs with us. And we'll be back again next Tuesday.